So some terminology. I'm going to kind of go through this quick because I'm going to be demoing this, but I did want to talk about just some basic terms that, again, we probably all know, but we're going to go through them anyway. Inbox. What is your inbox? It is an electronic folder where all your email that is coming into you is stored. So in this example, I've got a window here of my Gmail. Here's my inbox. An important thing that a lot of people don't realize, the number that appears next to your inbox isn't the number of emails you have in your inbox, it's the number of unopened emails in your inbox. So I have one unopened email, and it's this one right here. Another way you can tell an open email versus an unopened email is that the text is bolder. When it's bold like this, it means I haven't opened it. So I don't have one email in my inbox. I have one unopened email in my inbox. I actually have right here 235 emails in my inbox. So your inbox is where the email comes in and is stored. Your sent folder is where all outgoing emails are stored. So it doesn't matter if you're in Yahoo or AOL or Gmail, we all have an inbox, we all have a sent folder, we all have a drafts folder, and so on. Your sent folder holds every email you've ever sent. As you can see right here, I've got 4,148 emails in my sent folder. I could go back in time. I could click this back button right here. I could go back to the very first email I've ever sent. So it's kind of a backup, so that if someone says to me, hey, Daniel, I never got the email. You said you're going to email me yesterday. You never sent it. I can go in my sent folder and say, yeah, I did send it. I sent it at 6:53 a.m. Drafts. A draft is a preliminary version of an outgoing email. The drafts folder contains all emails that have been written but not sent. So in my drafts folder, I have 17 emails that I have not sent. I started to type up an email and I never hit the send button. I see a lot of numbers. I see some really high numbers when I help people with their email. You think you hit the sent button and you didn't. So it basically gets stuck here in the drafts folder until you either delete it or you hit the send button. So if someone says you never sent me an email 2 weeks ago when you were supposed to, it might be stuck in your drafts folder because you actually never hit the send button. Believe me, it happens. Spam. What is spam? Originating from the name of Hormel's canned meat, spam now also refers to junk or irrelevant email that you did not sign up for. My spam folder is clean. It says right here, hooray, no spam here. So my spam is clean. Trash. Trash folder contains all the emails the user has deleted. Like a real trash can, emails in the trash folder can be stored until the trash is empty. So what that means is if you open up an email and you hit the trash button or you hit the delete button and you say, oh, I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to trash it. It's still there. It's in your trash folder, and it will stay in your trash folder until your trash folder is emptied. So in a sense, this provides kind of a backup so that if you accidentally delete an email that you didn't mean to delete, it will sit there in your trash folder until your trash is empty. If you are a Gmail user, your email that is in your trash will be deleted in 30 days. So if I went and I deleted a bunch of email today, in 30 days, those emails will be permanently gone. So Gmail or Google basically empties my trash, not every 30 days, but every 30 days after I have trashed an email. So they clean it up for me automatically. I can change this if I want to, if I wanted to make it 60 days or 90 days or whatever. I don't know if Yahoo or AOL has that feature. My guess is they probably do, but I'm not sure. The to field of an email contains the email address of the people you are emailing. All recipients in the to field are visible to all the recipients in the email. The subject field is where I type in a very short summary of what my email is about. I have received many emails in my time where a person types the entire email right in the subject field. So the subject field should be very, very short. A quick summary. The body of the email is the main part of the email message that contains the messages, text, images, and other data, such as any attached files or anything like that. The CC and the BCC fields. These are additional fields that you can use. CC stands for carbon copy. The term comes from carbon copying, in which a piece of carbon paper copies writing from one paper to another, often used when filling out forms. So in the past, when you would fill out forms, or maybe a waitress would give you a carbon copy of your receipt, that's what's called carbon copy. If you want to send the message to one or more other recipients, you can use the CC field to add additional addresses. And I will show you this when we move forward. How this would work is, let's say that I want to email Jennifer a follow-up email regarding this seminar that we had today, but I want to include all of you in the email. What I would do is, since Jennifer is the main recipient of the email, she would go in the to field, and all of you would go in the CC field. So basically, I'm emailing Jennifer, but I'm copying you all in on the email. BCC stands for blind carbon copy. It's similar to CC, except that the email addresses of the recipients specified in the BCC field do not appear to the recipient's email. So it's blind. If I emailed Jennifer in the to field and put all of you in the BCC field, she would not be able to see all your email addresses. It's blind to her. I've included you all, and you all get the email, but she doesn't know that you've been included because she can't see your email addresses. So the recipient does not know that the other email does not see the other email addresses. And I'll show you an example of this when I do a demo. An attachment. This is probably the number one thing that I get asked a lot with emails. How do I send an attachment? How do I send a photo in an email? An attachment, or I should say an email attachment, is a computer file sent along with an email message. One or more files can be attached to any email message and can be sent along to the recipient. Most of the time, the type of attachments that we are sending are photographs or maybe a link to a website or a video, or you might attach a Word document or a PDF file. These are individual files that you can attach to an email when you send it to somebody. And the universal symbol for attachment is a paperclip. If you see a paperclip icon somewhere in your email window, that is what you click on to send an attachment. So in this case, if I'm sending an attachment using Gmail, the paperclip is right here, along with my other menu items. One thing that's really important when you send an attachment is make sure that you reference that you've attached something in the message. Lots of times people will they'll send me attachments, but they haven't told me that they've sent me an attachment. And I might miss it. I might not see the attachment. So whenever you're going to send an attachment, just reference it in the email. Reply is to respond to an email sent to you by simply clicking on the reply button to begin typing your message. The reply button is usually located at the bottom of an email. Forward an email refers to the operation of resending an email message sent to you by someone else. If I'm forwarding an email to you, that means I am resending an email that has been sent to me. Usually, I shouldn't say usually, lots of times jokes are sent this way. You know, my friend will send me a funny joke and I want to forward it on to another friend. So I forward the email to them. And the forward button is usually located next to the reply button at the bottom of your email. An email signature. An email signature is a block of text that automatically appears at the end of an outgoing email message. It is used to provide recipients with your contact details, such as your name, maybe your job title, phone number, email address, and so on. So every time I send an email, my signature automatically appears at the bottom of my email. I have set that up in my preferences in my settings. If we have time, I can show you how to do that. But it's really handy because I don't have to, in every email, I don't have to rewrite this information. I can just have it there automatically, and people can just simply click to get to my website, or they have my phone number right there in front of them. I don't have to manually type this every single time. An emoticon is short for emotion icon, and it is a pictorial representation of a facial expression or emotion. And emoticons are made out of punctuation marks or different keys on your keyboard. And emoticons are used to express an emotion. So in this case, and what you're looking at is you're kind of tilting your head to the left, and you're saying, okay, this is a colon and a parentheses. So if I put this at the end of my email, it means I'm sending you a smile or a frown. And they get a little bit tougher as I proceed. This is a laugh, or I'm very happy. This is I'm crying. There's a little teardrops coming from my eyes. I'm angry. or I might be winking or joking with you. So these are used at the end of or during, as I'm typing. If I'm saying to you, "Oh, I really loved your birthday party. I had such a great time." I might add this at the end. So these are emoticons. Emojis do the same thing. The difference is an emoji is an actual image. It's not made from a keystroke on your keyboard. It's a small digital image or symbol used to express an emotion or an idea. Emojis are heavily used in texting, but you can also use them in email as well. And there are lots of different. It's not just facial expressions. There's all different facial expressions, but there's also animals and vehicles and cars and objects. It just depends on what it is that you are doing. So lots of times, if I want to meet a friend out for a drink, and I'm either going to email them or text them, I'm not going to say, "Hey, do you want to go out for a beer?" I'm just going to send them a little beer emoji with a question mark next to it. So it's a shortcut.